Hawaii's emergency management agency is under fire and now reportedly receiving death threats after Saturday's terrifying false alarm.
The white tiger representing Korea, Sura, the mascot of the 2018 Games, accompanies the children to the land of peace. The most instantly recognizable symbol of Korea worldwide, the colors of the Korean flag, illustrating the balance between yin and yang.
The dude pulled the fire drill. We went outside. Boom, 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 boom. We heard a gunshot. I thought it was firecrackers, but after I heard the last shot, I was like, oh, wait, no, I'm out. I ran back to my classroom. Told my teacher, I think that's a shooting. I think we should go in the back and hide.
Oh my God, you don't understand. This is so, oh, what a joy. Oh, it's such a joy and everything. I just hope all the other kids are okay and, oh my God.
British police now believe that former Russian spy Sergei Skripal and his daughter Yulia were poisoned with a nerve agent. They are calling it a deliberate act.
This is being treated as a major incident involving attempted murder by administration of a nerve agent.
Vladimir Putin has renewed his vice-like grip on power, seizing a fourth term as Russia's president.
Strikes that hit Syria in mid-April, and today the Russian Defense Ministry really upped the ante by providing some actual tangible evidence of those missiles it says were either intercepted or simply malfunctioned. And this is going to be an embarrassing development for the US side, which had lauded the success of those 105 airstrikes, which it said were precise and overwhelming.
To negotiate a peace settlement and denuclearization, President Moon shaking hands with Kim Jong-un.
The Iran deal is defective at its core. The United States will withdraw from the Iran nuclear deal.
A victory that even Malaysia's most enthusiastic opposition supporters considered far-fetched.
Now that we won, yes, I think we got a new hope.
There's Kim Jong-un right there, live on your screen right now, walking into position. Obviously, he is alone, unintended, coming in. Here comes the President of the United States, and here are the two gentlemen. Let's watch the moment.
Have been fired in what could turn into an all-out trade war with China. President Trump ordered a 25% tax on $34 billion worth of goods.
Of milk in the U.S. has driven down U.S. dairy prices for the last few years. President Trump's tariff tip may make matters even worse by forcing foreign customers to look for cheaper dairy products from other sources.
Maybe because he did it so publicly, he lit a fire under these NATO nations who aren't at the commitment and who actually might be able to. I'm not talking about the smaller NATO countries, but the ones who really should be there.
I do think that there's got to continue to be a focus on Ukraine, but it is important to note that in the NATO communique, it was a very blunt, tough statement about the unacceptability of Russian aggression in Ukraine.
President Trump has always made it clear he absolutely hates the Iran nuclear deal.
The fact is, this was a horrible, one-sided deal that should have never, ever been made. We will be instituting the highest level of economic sanction. Any nation that helps Iran in its quest for nuclear weapons could also be strongly sanctioned by the United States.
More than 350 people have died and hundreds of thousands of others are displaced after southern India's Kerala state was hit by the worst flooding it's seen in a century. Many are still believed to be trapped on rooftops of flooded homes.
Asian Games ke-18 tahun 2018 saya nyatakan dibuka.
Hurricane Florence slammed into this state, making landfall today and carving a deadly path. Here in Wilmington at the airport, not far from where we're standing right here, wind gusts reaching 105 miles per hour at one point, not seen since Hurricane Helene in 1958. And when you have a hurricane of this size and this scope, this is what you see in its wake. Our drone flying over one of the neighborhoods not far from here. Homes damaged, trees down everywhere. It's really everywhere you look.
Dozens were killed today in an attack on a military parade in Iran. It happened in a southwestern province that's home to Iran's Arab minority. Jonathan Vigliotti is following this from our London bureau.
State television captured the moment the attack was launched. Confused onlookers froze before running for cover. The attackers reportedly shot from a park near the annual parade and were wearing military uniforms to blend in. Local media reported the dead and wounded were both military personnel and civilian.
In a statement just read on Saudi state television, Saudi Arabia confirms that the journalist Jamal Khashoggi is dead.
He is well known to be part of the Crown Prince's inner circle. We can now confirm.
Let's go back on the phone now to Mexico Beach, where we're joined again by Patricia Mulligan. Again, her daughter captured these dramatic images of a sea of destroyed homes. Patricia, are you with me?
Yes.
Okay, first things first. Are you and your family safe?
Yes. Pretty much all the houses are missing roof, siding. My brother's boat capsized over here. He owns the marina, and all the docks are gone, and the water came up to the level of the palm trees just before the fronds.
It's leading us towards either a bad Brexit deal or even worse, no deal at all.
Russia has violated the agreement. They've been violating it for many years, and I don't know why President Obama didn't negotiate or pull out. And we're not going to let them violate a nuclear agreement and go out and do weapons, and we're not allowed to. We're the ones that have stayed in the agreement, and we've honored the agreement, but Russia has not, unfortunately, honored the agreement. So we're going to terminate the agreement. We're going to pull out.
The breaking news is the far-right candidate, Jair Bolsonaro, has won Brazil's presidential race. The nation's Supreme Electoral Commission, or Tribunal rather, declaring Bolsonaro the winner within the last 30 minutes. These are live pictures coming to us now that you can see. This is outside his home. Now, for the latest on this, let's go to journalist Shasta Darlington. She joins us now.
Getting a little rowdy now. As you can see, the yellow vest protesters have taken over this section of the road. They are now completely in control of it and trying to stop the traffic from coming through.
What could be a major escalation of tension between Russia and Ukraine is developing right now off the coast of Crimea. The Ukrainian Navy is accusing Russia of opening fire and taking 3 of its vessels. It's all happening around the Kerch Strait, which sits between Russia and Crimea. Now, earlier today, Russian authorities closed off the strait, which typically sees quite a bit of traffic.
Russia's security services have issued new details regarding Sunday's clash in the Kerch Strait, which escalated tensions between Russia and Ukraine.
I am Vladimir Lesavoy, commander of the Navy Division of the Ukrainian Military Forces. We entered the Kerch Strait. After crossing the Russian border, we had visual contact with the Russian border service vessels. I consciously ignored their commands to stop. On our boat, we had small arms and a machine gun with ammunition. I was aware that the action of the Ukrainian vessels in the Kerch Strait were provocative. I was following my orders to move our ships from the port of Odessa to Mariupol.
Standoff took place in the Kerch Strait, which is between Russia's mainland and the Crimean Peninsula.